Here we are, game number 2. Going to be coming at you. exdnL Esports taking on Team NK. And exdnL up 1-0 after what was pretty much a 15-minute concede victory. Team NK tried to pick a fight where probably they just had no place being in the first place, and we saw the end results with a quad kill for Malakin that was already crazy farmed. We're going to come back from that one. So here we are, game number 2. Welcome back, Sender. Here's my co-caster, Jeremiah, first ban. There you go, taking him off the bat.
Yeah, not surprising. There's a lot of heroes in this pool that are very scary. You got Jeremiah, Dog. You got Dr. Pulsar, Mooney Queen. You got Pharaoh.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm looking? I'm looking at the Chippe. I think there's gonna be a chipper spot in this game.
Uh-oh.
That's what my sources say.
The chipper, huh?
Yeah.
Well, there's a Chronos, and there's the chipper. So your sources were correct on this one. Chipper coming out with the Chronos. Torture the first pick in. Not too surprising to see that, but strong start there for Team NK. We'll see if they keep that AoE synergy kind of mindset now here with the follow-up pickups. But is there anything else your insight is telling you?
No, that was it. I mean, I think an Alonia would be a strong hero for them, so I would like to see exdnL take Alonia right now. I think that's like one of the few supports that would actually fit in their lineup.
Well,
they take CE, which is pretty smart with an Armadon in the pool, and it's pretty good against Chronos, I suppose, when he goes in.
Yeah. I mean, they already have a Torturer, too, so as far as support goes.
Yeah, but I just feel like if you take Alonia, you're going to be really screwing a little bit with NK's lineup, because there's not really any heroes in the pool that could replace it, Alonia.
Okay. Maybe we'll see Pearl finally.
I don't know. I don't think Pearl would be fitting with the Chronos.
Yeah. Kind of the opposite.
I guess Legion could have taken Pearl just to I don't push Chronos out easy.
If she doesn't get caught like right on the outside, yeah, uses it like for halfway. That would be interesting.
Maybe a doctor, but I want to say maybe a gladiator. Huh?
Oof.
Is this a support chipper?
It's looking like it. And oh, you randomed.
Oh, you random.
Hey, by the way, Exhibit's back. Any randoms? Yeah.
Classic. Maybe he's cooking.
Oh gosh.
I don't think he is. I was actually messaging him like 2 minutes ago.
Well, now it's the question: Are they going to ask for a remake here? Or are they just going to play with it? I mean, we saw it last week. Haxman, he random. What did he random? And then they end up playing with it.
Raw.
It was Amun Ra, yeah, and they dominated with it even. So. But it does kind of tweak the lineup here now, unfortunately.
Well, now we know what Legion's doing. Long lane, tri-lane, short lane, Emerald Warden, Pharaoh mid probably.
Yeah. It looks like they're just going to man up with us. They screw it. We'll just go with this. They got to go support here, yeah. The Alonia, Kinesis maybe even, but got to get somewhere along those lines. Yeah, I think Alonia definitely makes the most sense here. What you're talking about earlier, and AoE synergy and whatnot. Well, they like Kinesis, though. No, they're going to go Alonia. All right.
Yeah, now the question is, how is Hellborn going to lane? I don't think any 3 heroes they put top will do well against Legion's tri-lane. Well, actually, I don't know, maybe, but they could maybe make it work. But I think it looks like they're going to have Zibe play Chipper. Now, I don't think he'll be supporting. Maybe, okay. I'm pretty sure he'll be laning. I don't know how they're gonna lane this. I feel like maybe like a Chipper mid, Chronos, Suicide, Doctor, Alonia top with a Jungle Zephyr, but I don't know how it's gonna work out if exdnL decides to tri-lane top, which I think is a clear decision.
Yeah. Again, yeah, going the random here, having to man up with it, but or just choosing to even, but yeah, Jungle Zephyr, especially if they're gonna be poking at him and making things difficult. That's not going to be an ideal setup here. So we'll see what how Team NK does this. But yeah, with Insania playing him, I mean, maybe not. You see his initial items here; those are not jungly items by any means. So
he has mana pots.
Yeah,
why would he have mana pot?
I guess he's going for the support Zephyr here.
He's a counter ward. You got to counter the camps. No shield. What is going on?
What is happening? I think they're going to do a 2-2-1. Zephyr supporting a Doctor. And an Alonia supporting a Chipper here.
Is this actually... Wait, no way.
Yes way.
No. There's no way Zibe wants to be 2v1 mid. He wants to be 1v1. What is Legion doing? They're kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, they're gonna set up the 5-man mid strat. They're just going to do the whole train mid-strat from the beginning and go from there. No. They're going to roam around here a little bit. I'm not sure what they're really trying to accomplish here. Okay, they were just a little confused maybe on how they wanted to lane things, but it is going to be that aggressive trial lane, as you called there, Sender. And
I think this is just going to be like a pulling Zephyr.
just simply that, yeah. But,
I mean, he has a counter ward, like, I don't know, and he's skilled Gus, so I think he's just going to be stacking, pulling, and they're going to be suffering against the tri lane. The thing is, the Legion's heroes are kind of hard to like just kill the opponent's heroes if they catch it. Like if they're trying to pull, like they're good at fighting a 3v3 situation, but they can't just like blow someone up kill them before they can run away, kind of. Because it's a 1 second stun from Behe, a 1 second stun from Tort, and you're obviously like CD doesn't have stun, so
yeah. Well, this is
and dual lane Chipper,
different.
which I don't really get it. Like Alonia could just be bottom, or he's gonna come top, and they're gonna try lane with an Alonia, Zephyr, and a Doctor Repulsor.
Not your most ideal trial lane. No stuns, basically. I mean, I guess they do technically have a couple even, but it's like nothing really reliable. And well, here he goes. I mean, Torture is gonna take some good damage. Actually, Alonia does a lot. Glacial Spike coming out right there. Force him back, so they're going to kind of have their own time where Dr. Repulsor and Corrupted playing the lane here for now. But yeah, the other two lanes are going to end up being solos here in the end. And I guess Alonia even maybe just more so going to babysit Zephyr as a jungle at this point. But again, his item build and skill build is just very odd.
I think Doctor should join them.
Yeah.
Just 3-man jungle, let's go.
Give up, yeah.
I mean, they pushed the lane into the tower, so Doctors should get like a couple of these creeps.
Yeah. Well, again, the other lanes are true 1v1s here in the end.
The 3-man roam is real. Okay, CD's going back top.
Yeah. I'm not gonna take away from his farm in the end. Just was poking over just to see if they were right next to them, but
Pharaoh's doing really good mid. He had a pooled potion, so that means he can just kind of play really far up. He has lots of regen. He's not gonna get out harassed. And Pharaoh is. It's kind of annoying to play Pharaoh versus Chipper, but if they're like Pharaoh's still pretty solid against a Chipper. Like if he's one of the heroes that it's harder for Chipper to kill and to shut down because of the rocket spam, and he's kind of tanky with high base armor.
Yeah. Well, how's the bottom lane going with that said? 10-4 Warden versus a 6-2 Chronos. I think it's safe to say Emerald Warden a very strong laner here in a 1v1 especially, and taking advantage of that against Chronos. So. Not too surprising to see her having a lead here. And in fact, you see Kronos kind of poking in a little bit, and sure enough, taking those auto attack hits. So, yeah, having a difficult time. So it's not looking the best to start here for Team NK, to say the least, as far as what they got going for them. I mean, Dr. Repulsor is managing actually decent creep from at the top lane, 11-3, compared to a 7-2 Corrupted. You just got to wonder when those kill potentials are going to start coming out. I mean, Doctor's played it just safe enough. I mean, they got a behemoth here ready to line stun, but
the thing is, like, they can't really chase them down because it's a CD in the long lane, and they're keeping lane control. So, yeah, sure they can stun them and it'll do some harassment, but it's not like they're gonna kill anyone unless NK screws up or they lose lane control. As long as they keep lane control, they should be fine, but they will probably lose the lane.
Yeah.
Or are they? I mean, actually, they're winning right now. Look at the gold per minutes on the carries.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Doctor's having that slight advantage here. I like what Alonia's doing, too. Triple stack jungle over here.
Maybe Doctor will come over at some point and clean these up, or maybe he'll heal and Zephyr will come over and they'll do them together.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to give credit to Team NK. I mean, they're definitely doing the best they can with the lineup that they got, that's for sure. Kind of doing something very unique here with it, so... but with that said, it also comes into play, you know, you're really looking for your solos to have a great time, and right now both of them, unfortunately, are losing their lanes. As Chipper and Pharaoh, they're pretty much even, neck and neck, I guess, but Chronos not so much against Emerald Warden.
Right, Chipper already has a TP over Boots, that's surprising, but you know, you have a tri-lane top, and Chipper can just TP in and just clean up with rockets.
Yeah.
So. Hasted Chronos coming mid. Could be a kill. They don't have a vision, but the MIA call, I guess, goes out.
Yeah, you see Pharaoh, he's fallen back.
Who also has a TP now. and a health potion, so he should be able to top off, which I think he needs to. I
Yeah.
think he's low enough where he can just get comboed down pretty soon.
By the way, look at Emerald Warden in his build. He's level 5, only has 2-1 currently, so I guess he's just doing the stats here.
Is he really?
That. And now he has 3 points. Oh, maybe not. Okay, never mind. He was just saving it. So I wonder if he's maybe just saving, want to go trap or not, but never mind. Now he levels it, so. Just keeping it in case.
I like that he's maxing Silencing Shot this game. You're versus a Doctor Pulsar versus a Kronos.
Oh, yeah.
And a Zephyr. Even though Zephyr is kind of like this weird role, but it means he won't be able to use his Cyclones and heal up.
Yeah. I think the Doctor especially. Bloodlust Kill going to come out of the bottom lane, by the way. Speaking of Emerald Warden and the Reverse Caster's Curse. Flensmeister gets the kill right there. Level 6 now, and his GPM going to really start going up there. 430 gold per minute now for Emerald Warden.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good start. Emerald Warden is probably one of the strongest solo laners we've ever seen in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Kronos is pretty resilient, it's just this hero is he has high attack range. He has the ultimate, which is good harass spam once you get to level 6, and the Q and like the Silencing Shot and the Hunter's Commander are also just good harassment tools.
Oh, jungle, by the way. Torture is going to be found by Alonia and Zephyr, but now the wall comes out from the Fidget Stun, and there's a nuke even from Fair to assist. And down falls Alonia. Torture is going to stay alive for now. Rockets, the double rocket, but a nice sidestep right there. And he's going to dodge it for now. Chipper does have his ultimate ready to go. Going to use it right there. He will get the kill to Torturer. The Fidget Stun on the wrong side, unfortunately for Behemoth, though. And now he might be in some trouble. Never mind. Conduit from Growth the Disciple going to box him out. You do see Dr. Pulsar cutting off Behemoth, though. The Rocket did it initially. And is going to set up a kill for him, most likely. Yes, he will. As Saxerin comes in. And now Corrupt Disciple's the one that might need to be a little careful. Granted, he has 5 charges of that Conduit, so he's hitting pretty hard. So he's going to be fine, both of him and Doctor. But actually, Team NK, I mean, they come out on top in a 2-for-1 exchange right there at that top fight. So not too shabby.
Pharaoh's looking like find a kill in the jungle, I think. Or no, okay, he's coming back mid. How did he skill build? He maxed his rocket, which is understandable. You're against a chipper, and it's pretty strong in a when you have tri-lanes clashing because you can rocket the lane, get assists, and Haster now being picked up. Wonder if he can do anything with this. Chipper's in the river. Could be a kill. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's running over. He doesn't know. He's going to run right into Fair right here. Fidget Stun not going to be used just yet. There goes the Fidget Stun to kind of block him. I don't even know if it actually hit him, though. I think it was a little bit too far to the right. The stun didn't come out. Now Chipper's going to try to live, but it's not going to matter. The hasted Hellfire. Way too strong right there from Pharaoh. Meanwhile, off to the side, Chronosphere going to be used by Kronos just to block off Emerald Warden from finishing him up. But now Behemoth coming in with the flank. Has that Fidget Stun. There goes the Gwern Pet or whatever. There's the Fidget Stun. And down goes Kronos. So coordination at its finest there from exdnL Esports coming out. Gawain. Not Gawain.
Isn't it?
Is it Gawain?
Yeah, it's like the Arthur guy, the knight or whatever.
That guy.
That guy. I think it's pronounced like that. Gawain.
Gawain. All right. Well, we'll go with that. Hold on.
But yeah, Denial. I mean, they're taking off. Their heroes are like they just have strong heroes in this kind of mode. I think every hero is pretty strong at like what's going on top.
Yeah, Corrupted's being dove, and he is going to be killed actually. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he will.
Axter's.
Oh no!
Fine.
Oh no! Okay.
Yeah.
That would've been bad.
Gawain.
But yeah, the heroes just are really strong in the early game. They have a lot of good stuns, good catch potential. But if NK is catching up, and now Doctor's level 6, he can start snowballing, farming the jungle really fast, setting up kills. So that's good. And Zephyr's actually almost level 6 too. That's pretty big. The Gust will be, or the Typhoon's a pretty high impact spell as well. On top of you have a Chronosphere, so that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, no, I mean the ultimate synergy is definitely here from the Hellpoint team, and they got their Team 5 presence. So, despite the laning start maybe not going as well as they were hoping for, in the end, they managed just enough, and we're now 5 minutes in.
If they catch 2 or 3 heroes with the Chronosphere, they should just die. You have Alonia, you got Zephyr, and you got a Chipper.
Yeah. Granted, they need their ultimates for that to happen, but. Which they are just about there.
Is Zephyr killing stats?
It looks like it. I mean, unless he's saving it up like Warden was.
I'm not really against that, but I feel like I don't know.
That is just different. Seeing a Zephyr without Cyclones, not what you would expect.
failed gank in the mid lane. You have 5
Yeah.
heroes here from NK. Looks like they're going to make a rotation top.
Yeah, they wanted that kill middle, but as he said, it failed, and that means all 5 of them being here are definitely not the best use of time. In the meantime, Emerald Warden's pushing out bottom. You do see Corrupted Disciple pushing out top here.
I think the CD should be kicked out of the lane. You have I mean, your doctor's level 7 now. That's really all you need. Like he should just die with like any second hero.
Yeah. Warden, though, he's just having a good time. And so, yeah, Corrupted Disciple, again, he's just farming up the top side. So Team NK really kind of desperate here to try to make something happen in the near future, because the longer they just go with this strategy, the further and further they're going to start falling behind. So get your level 6s at least on everyone. Maybe get the ultimate synergy. They are going to hit Sparrow off into the river, but he's easily going to live. Play to Greaves amongst the mummy walls. Going to keep him alive. I mean, you see they're chasing. I don't think this is going to be successful, though. As, yeah, they easily turn around. So he's just a little too tanky for their taste.
Yeah, 12 armor at this stage of the game with vestments and power supply. It's really hard to be taken down right now.
Yeah. You see port in from Kronos in the bottom lane in the meantime, so he's going to be thankful that the lane's being pushed up and we'll finally be able to get some kind of farm here currently in this game. What about the item build on Emerald Warden? What do you think he's going to be going next?
Like this. I mean, you can go Frostburn, you can go Shrunken, you can go Lightning Shooter. It's always a fine. No Fire Blade's pretty solid too.
Yeah. So a lot of options. A lot.
Could even go like a Hellflower if you wanted to, I suppose. That wouldn't be too bad against a Doctor.
They want to gank him so badly. Chipper and Zephyr are like, we want this, we want this. If you had a Typhoon already, maybe it would be more
Where's
easy.
Where's Kronos? Kronos is okay. Kronos is coming.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kronos is absolutely nothing. Look at his items.
Yeah, he is. He's level 6 though. He's got the bubble.
Go, go.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's the jump. Chronosphere not going to come there. Good, does not catch Warden, though. They only got Torture. Emma Warden off to the side. Going to be doing plenty of damage. Puts the side shot. Gets 1 kill. But he is going to fall in the end. The Chainsaw's on top of the Typhoon. He does get taken out. Dr. Pulsar able to jet another there. Nice deny on the tower in the meantime. Zephyr turned into the bird, though. He gets taken out. Behemoth, not sure what Panty was thinking there. Not much, apparently. As he kind of dives in and, well, accepts death. Corrupted Disciple wants to finish off Kronos, though. The rewind just a little bit, but not enough. Will get killed. It did force him to chase a little bit further than he wanted, though. And actually, Chipper pinning a rocket. Maybe he's not going to be coming up
I mean,
soon.
he has phase boots. He should be able to catch him.
Yeah, he turns around. He wants the mana. Rocket. The miracle rocket. Yeah, oh, my God. Is it actually going to happen? He's going for it. No. Corrupted's a little too quick.
Oh, man. I feel like if Kronos just had a little bit more farm, like, I don't think he should be, like, this shut down. Like, he came to, like, I think he went bottom with 300 gold regen with shield. Like, I don't really know what happened, but I feel like he should at least have Steam Boots by now. And if he had Steam Boots in that fight, I think he would have got a 2-man Chronosphere because he would have been faster. And it just, like, I think they would have done so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, you see Flesmash there, just easy pick up onto Alonia bottom lane. But, yeah, speaking of him, too, in the last fight, I mean, he dodged the Chronos field or whatever you want to call it, but he still ended up dying fairly early on because he actually dove pretty heavily himself in the midst of that fight. So.
Well, I mean, Emerald Warden's a pretty squishy hero. His what? The ultimate heal is level 2, right?
Yeah, level 1 damage.
And when you get that up, that adds a lot of HP. Zephyr in the mid lane, though.
Is he gonna get away? Maybe. Yep, Chipper gonna save the day, going for a turn, but again, look at Farrell, man. He's able to be manly enough, and he will survive. And they do end up finishing off Insania on the Zephyr, so mission accomplished there.
NK want to fight. Doctor's going in.
That was not a fight that Alonia wanted to really take, but they might catch Emma Warden. Yes, they will. They get the pick on him. Definitely a good pick off in the end. Corrupted Disciple coming in with the conduit, but not enough to clean up there. But a Chronos field coming out. It does hit a couple heroes. Pharaoh actually ends up running into it. And now Corrupted Disciple still on the run. The chase, the time lead. They will get the kill onto Corrupted Disciple right there. He's trapped in the mummy walls, though. He does not have team support coming. The rewind is proccing like a madman, though.
Oh, that
and
gust.
Holy crap, and the gust in the last second. That's got to be frustrating. They're still going. The Fish is still going to miss right there. The Typhoon's put down. Behemoth will fall as Hackstrain picked up that smackdown kill. And
Rocket?
It's all, yep. Nope, he's going to dodge it. Oh, Chipper.
Oh, my
Almost
God.
died, though. Jeez.
Oof, Keizu? Oh, man, that was close.
Well. Team NK, they're actually, they're coming back, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a pretty good spot. Chipper's almost got a tablet, which is really good versus Pharaoh. And Doctor's almost got the icon of the goddess, which will be really high impact in this game. This game has been really chaotic, a lot of fights. So
Yeah.
once he gets that up, he'll be able to do a lot more in these team fights. He shouldn't really ever run out of mana.
As long as he's in fall, but I say that, he's in some trouble right here. There's a Wrath of Pharaoh hit the or the creep cell.
Oh,
Not the best
Kazu
execution.
screwed up a lot there.
Yep.
If he hook him and then he pushes with the if he pushes with his walls into the Emerald Warden, then Emerald Warden can follow up with a silence, and that's a for sure kill. But just not the execution was just not there.
Not able to do it.
Like you saw, he was trying to do, but
Yeah.
just didn't work out.
Yeah. So. Dr. Pulsar going to be fine. But this silence job very powerful against him, but if you don't get that off, he can definitely fly away.
So I think they're okay with it. They got a free tower. Hook will be up in 50 seconds, so not the worst. They should be able to defend their towers as well. So still pretty good, events for them.
Definitely. I mean, they still are in the lead in the end. As Emerald Warden is on top of the charts continuously, 400 plus gold per minute. Has that quick play again? So you talked about maybe the idea of even a null fire. Would it be out of the question, but could still possibly be the firebrand, of course. In fact, we'll find out here shortly if that is the case or not. But Doctor will go back up to the top lane as they finish pushing it and clean up there. The tablet is picked up on Chipper. Speaking of that, tablet picked up on Pharaoh, actually, getting one of their own. And it is a firebrand.
It makes sense. You're against Chronos. Tablet will have a lot of high impact this game.
Yeah.
And if he goes in, also like Hellborn heroes are really scary. They go in versus it's a Zephyr, a Chipper, so he can kind of go in, initiate the fight, and get out if he needs to. Something that's seen a lot in Dota, but not so much in Han when people play Pharaoh. But this will allow him to have a lot more survivability in the team fights.
Yeah. You see triple stack Ancients being done as a team in the meantime. Corrupt Disciple taking the most of it. He's doing his best to recover. Is Macera. All the ringers playing here today.
I would like to see Kazu just get some farm up, get level 11, because there's a big difference between a level 1 hook and a level 2 hook. And if he can get to 11, and he'll be able to be able to roam more, because a lower cooldown on your ultimate, longer range, so he can just do a lot more with his hero.
Yeah. They're kind of grouped up here in the middle of the map currently, but
yeah, it looks like they want to fight, or maybe they don't really know what they want to do.
Yeah.
They're like, we want to do something, but what's their move? And then,
where exactly do we want to go? So deciding that. Yeah, you do look at how squishy Emerald Warden is, though. The Ghost Marcher's a firebrand. I mean, he does have a Mystic Vestments, but still under 1,000 life pool.
well, it's technically 1100 with your ultimate.
True. That's true, yeah. Well, it's not level... Actually, he didn't level 2 his ultimate. He is level 11, but he's still sitting on level 1 of it.
Really?
Yeah, so that means it doesn't have the heal
I think
yet.
he still has it. I'm looking at the tooltip, and
Force Touch at level 2.
oh, never mind.
So,
You're right.
Yeah, it's still level 1 here.
Okay, never mind.
By the way, I did some Google translation, so...
Gawain.
Gawain, according to Google Translate.
Gawain.
Gawain.
Oh,
Playing
okay.
it, so... Just to clarify that, I guess. But yeah, just continue to do her thing. Chronos, he's kind of not really recovered, but he's level 10 with that said. The Chronosphere going to have level 2 of that, and that's another second on the Chronosphere, which is pretty good. For getting the follow-up from your teammates, as long as they're not caught in it, of course. Still intrigued by the Zephyr build, man. Level 4 Gust now is just going stats, Gust, and
Well,
Typhoon.
he doesn't have a lot of farm. He wants to get off a couple of gusts in a team fight, I guess.
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I see the reasoning. I just don't know. I'm not sure if it's worth it or not. You're missing out on a lot of damage by not having Cyclones. Cyclones give a lot of HP to your hero. So, Icon is finished now on Doctor. He just has to go back to base and split up his ring.
Ooh, good, true. Maybe he just might go to finish it in full and just keep the Ring of Sorcery at this point, so... We'll see as he goes back into the lane right here, but... Yeah, once they get that Icon of the Goddess, I mean, it seems like it could be a pretty prime time to start encouraging those fights themselves, perhaps. As they will have their big ultimates across the board. Level 11 on Chipper soon. Look at these triple stack Ancients stolen, though, by the Legion team. That's unfortunate.
It's not like the biggest deal. They're farming all 3 lanes, pushing top, and yeah, it's 1,000 gold and experience, but that was 5 heroes there, so it's not. It's a good move, but it's not like as critical as say if it was just like 3 or 2 taking it.
Mighty Blade on Corrupted Disciple delivered, so he's just going for the routine of staying alive, the stats earlier on, and getting the shrunken head ASAP. They got Emerald Warden dishing out plenty of damage, so.
Yeah, he just needs to get a good conduit off, and that'll be enough damage.
That's what matters in the end. So, again, the movement continuing, but no engagements just yet between these two teams. We definitely have. It's been a while actually since we've had our last kill, and I think about it. There's that middle fight. It's been a good 5 to 6 minutes at least. Since the teams have been engaged in one another. Our top tower's even denied. Bottom lane, there might be something. Emerald Warden and Torture are setting up. If LesQQ keeps pushing here, which it looks like he is, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Can he get the silencing shot off is the question. There's the leap. Oh, he didn't leap into the jungle, though. He's going to Chronosphere and just run away. Chipper coming in, but just a little too late. They could have maybe gone for a turn, but yeah, just a little too late, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, Haxton was farming for quite a bit with no HP, and like he got a little greedy. And if he was there, like say, if he was the base 10 seconds earlier, that would have been a lot of turn kills. But you know, whatever. I suppose he's gonna finish the icon now. Maybe I wonder what he'll get with it. Maybe a Mighty Blade, maybe some build-up items, maybe a power, like an Arcana. They go with like a Hellflower or part of an Arcana. It seemed like okay, Mighty Blade.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. You're against some.
Warden
an Emerald Warden. Emerald Warden. Well, it's not really Pharaoh, but
I guess so.
but it's mostly the Emerald Warden. But this means he's gonna lack like just damage. All of his damage he does will come from magic.
And speaking of that, Kronos going back in right here. Emerald Warden joining the party. Emerald Warden, excuse me, is going to be dying right here. I was meant to say Alonia joining the party. And a great counter pick coming out. That was all because they dove Chipper. He got you one auto attack away from death, and they weren't able to finish him off. The TPs came in, and they get the turn kill. So that is a big kill for Team NK right there. And exdnL now. Will they lose this bottom tower? Will they choose to fight it? 30 seconds on Resurrection. She does have a buyback, and they want to try something sneaky here.
They don't have hook. Pharaoh's still level 10. I think I touched on that like 4 minutes ago. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't know. I would really like him to be level 11 right now. I don't think he's farming. Like he's fallen off a lot. Like.
Where is he right now? Yeah, he's right here off to the side as he doesn't have his ultimate, so that's still going to be enough of a threat, though, for Team NK to fall back, actually.
Anyways, back to the Doctor. Like, the Icon's good, the Shrunken Head's good, but what this means is he's not gonna have a good like right-click damage item, because Doctor can do a lot of damage when you go like say Hellflower, and you have a lot. You go a lot of items that give you intelligence. That means your auto attack damage is good, and your Hellflower gives you attack speed. So, even though this hero's intelligence, he does like hit like a beast, honestly, when he gets his items up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's a very, very strong hero. Definitely skills very well. I think the skill set, especially his ludicrous speed, is the main part of that. His mobility is, well, basically the best in the game when you put it that way. So, yeah, we'll see once he gets that shrunken head as well as the Icon again. Did he get charges on that? He did. So he was involved in that last kill. Definitely helping build up those charges already, and that's always a good thing, of course, in these cases. 1,500 gold saved up on Corrupted Disciple, so he is working on his own shrunken head, of course. As Plensmeister, so you talked about the idea of maybe a Frostburn earlier. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Geobane's not really good this game. Generally, the item's not good versus a lot of AoE unless they have something like a tree root you need to cancel, or like it's okay versus Hag, so you can get rid of the slow, but it's not going to be a good item this game for sure. Not versus an Alonia, Chipper, Zephyr. So maybe like a Dawnbringer, or maybe like Shrunken Head Dawnbringer, I suppose.
Yeah. What about Staff of the Master in the works for Chipper? Glowstone Mighty Blade here.
I mean, that's always a strong item.
Yeah.
It's what a slow through Shrunken Head, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Increases
So,
the
yeah.
cast range as well. On top of that, so.
It's the item that makes Chipper like get to the next level. He peaks when he gets the staff up.
Yeah. Definitely one of those few heroes that you consider to be really part of his core build in the end. So, going to be coming out of here ASAP. As he has 2 components at least. Still needs 2 more, so I think it's 2,000 gold before he'll have that. Middle lane, we got some mid-wars action here.
Wait.
Legend team.
Do you know how is the focus buffer? Does the guy who get mana like who it's cast on, or is it the hero, or is it Chipper? The Chipper receives mana equal.
The Chipper receives, yeah. So I believe it's the Chipper himself. Is actually here we
What?
go. No. Not going to be a full engagement. Dr. Pulse are kind of low on mana in the meantime. Kronos big. Kronos in the background. Will they have to follow up? There's the absolute zero. The chainsaw's on top, and down goes Emerald Warden. Everything used right on top of one another. That's the wombo combo coming into play. Behemoth runs in with the shockwave. Dr. Repulsor, he is fine, though. The icon of the goddess buff definitely working in his favor. He goes up the cliff. He's going to be fine. Chipper runs away. Everyone's still alive on the Hellborn team. Buyback on Emerald Warden, but they all fall back before any return kills happen. So you see Torture and Corrupt the Disciple, of course, staying dead. Obviously a big one fight for Team NK. It really goes to show you, man, what can happen when they get their ultimate synergy off together.
Yeah, kind of some misplays from Denial, though, or exdnL. You saw Panty miss a fissure on the Doctor, and then after missing the fissure, Keizu hooked Doctor, which really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So he wasted all of his spells and just like he pretty much did nothing in that fight.
Yeah.
So a lot of misplays there by Denial. They really need to pick it up, and now they're kind of in a rough spot. What? The Doctor's level 14. He has 6 charges right now. He's gonna have Shrunken Head in I don't know, like 5 minutes. Chipper's got staff soon. Kronos is actually getting some items. I mean, he's still not doing much, but the thing is, he doesn't need to do much. The heroes on their team just make him so effective.
Yeah. Well, in the time being, again, you see the experience lead really shooting up, especially for Team NK, as they're now up 7,200 experience. So, as a team, that's a big part of it right there.
Is it on? Like I'm trying to see like who's suffering. I guess it's the supports that are suffering on Denial. Plus Hellborn just has another hero that's on a high. I mean, you have 13, 14, the 14, 11. So yeah, I guess that's where it is.
Yeah.
And then the supports make up the rest.
Yeah. So coming up to 26 minutes here again. Team NK doing their best to force that third and final game, of course. At this time being. So Behemoth, is that portal key just about here? It is. He has 1990 gold saved up now. So that's pretty big. Oh, as I say that, yeah, they were going in, but.
Oh man, he's 50 gold short. This is so bad because he needs all of his items right now to cast his spells.
Yeah.
He can't really afford to sell anything.
Corrupted Disciple. The Rocket's going to be coming out. He's doing his best to run right here and live. And comes Feral. That's going to help him. Put some mummy walls in. Chipper going to be tapping it away, though. And comes Absolute Zero. Feral's not dropping as a result of that. Rocket's hitting a couple. Chronos jumping in. Yeah, Chronosphere catches him as well as Corrupted. Corrupted has the overload up, but Chronos doesn't care. He's going balls to the wall. More auto attack. Can't get it. But Dr. Impulsive will clean out for him. Those charges now at 10. He's got the buff currently. He's being locked down, though. Can he get the ludicrous speed off? He cannot. At least a very good catch finally coming out for exdnL right there.
Did Hax just die because of a trap?
I believe so. The trap, yeah, I believe the trap caught him at the last second. Prevented the ludicrous speed, that's true. Could not get away.
Good fight. Feral was also denied, so that was a 3-for-1. So I guess it was just a messy fight. Denial or NK was really split up, so just pretty good for Denial. They're catching up a bit. This means Emerald Warden will have a Shrunken Head pretty soon, but he's kind of lacking damage. Like I mean, I guess 140 is fine, but you kind of want a little bit more from your hero that was in the safe lane and with total free farm.
Flensmeister, 400 gold per minute, still leading the way here. He has 2,600 gold, actually. So, yeah, looks like he is going to be going the Shrunken Head himself to follow up with that.
Penny got the Blink Dagger, so that means once he gets level 11, he'll be really effective. He's still pretty effective right now, but at 11, he'll be a much bigger difference.
Yeah, that on top of the Portal Key. It becomes a different hero at that point in terms of his impact on the game right now. So. What else did I just notice? So yeah, Staff of the Master is finished on Chipper. See the cool animation of that and how that's going to play. You also made the point that it goes through Shrunken Head. I believe I'm like 95% sure that is right. So
I think Deny or NK will just wait for Shrunken Head on Doctor and then start forcing some fights. At this point, you have a Blink on Behe, so you kind of just want to wait this out. You want to get the Shrunken Head on Doctor, play it safe. When you get that, just go hard, force as many fights as you can.
Chronos kind of peeking in there a little bit, but yeah, it's an illusion currently. He's actually sitting behind his illusion with the Invisor, and so seeing if he can maybe scout anything out.
I think they're trying the bait.
Spotted some of this.
Yeah.
Bait something here. It's not going to happen though for now. The Ancient's going to be done. Shrunken is going to be finished on Corrupt the Disciple.
I'd actually really like to see Legion get some barbed armors up, especially on Pharaoh. And maybe like just Pharaoh, I suppose. It'd be really good versus Hellborn's lineup.
Yeah. Oh, they're trying to get a catch off here to the side, Behemoth, but he's going to be fine. The portal key was deactivated for a little bit right there, but he does barely get away. So just enough gold now for that Shrunken to be finished on Warden as well. That's good timing coming out because they're about to get involved. in a fight right here. In fact, Chronos sleeping in. Torture going to be the one that's caught. Doesn't want to waste too much on him. But they will get the easy kill without using too much. No ultimates used right there. That was a good gank on their part. Torture dead for another 30 seconds now. Doesn't have a buyback if it calls for it.
Barbed armor up on Pharaoh, so that's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard for NK to just force the push. You're versus a Pharaoh, you have no push heroes. I don't even think they can get this tower. Honestly, this game will probably be decided by Congo or just farming and for like a couple fights that'll just end the game abruptly. Like, they're going to take the tier 1 bottom, like this should be pretty easy, but pushing tier 2 is just hard versus Pharaoh with no pushers in your lineup.
Yeah. Yeah, that constant spam of those 400 souls make it so difficult. So look at this even. Chipper just going to use his ultimate to take out some jungle stacks here.
Well, yeah.
Shorter cooldown.
It's because Zephyr has no Gust and he's Chipper. Like, Chipper doesn't do jungle very well.
Got to get them down somehow.
Shrunken had to finish on Doctor, so that's really big. Now they should try to force some fights. Also, Doctor should look to get like some damage items up. I'd prefer to see like a Hellflower and then like later a Sheep would be pretty strong. What is it? Is it Harkon's? Okay, it is Harkon's Blade. For some reason I was like, that can't be right, but it is.
Yeah,
okay.
That is right. That is the name of the item. Harkon's Blade, but yeah, we'll see what that turns out to be for him. But Chipper maybe trying to bait something here in the middle lane a little bit. Only Alone nearby, so maybe not so much. Just being very safe here with this farm. But yeah, both teams have continued to kind of be at that pace as of recent. Just playing the game very, very safe, not taking too many risks here in terms of engaging.
I feel like denial are kind of on a timetable. Hellborn's heroes are just going to scale so much more. The thing is, they can defend in base forever, but Hellborn's heroes just are going to become so much better in the late game. You have a Doctor, a Pulsar, when he gets like to the full 5 item slot, he's going to be so just like unstoppable. And Chronos, actually, I mean Chronos isn't really going anywhere, but Doctor's a really scary hero.
Yeah, Chronos, he's still at that only 200 gold per minute mark, so not going to be too concerned about him. But yeah, no, most certainly Dr. Pulsar is up there. Yeah, it's one of the more dangerous scaling carries as the game progresses. So he is going to be leading the way, actually, pushing the bottom lane. He's level 16. There we go. All 5 of them are down here in the vicinity. So it seems
the
like
GPMs are so low just because of the tower. There's like no towers down. It's so hard to push without junglers in the game.
That's true. Yeah, another one of those lack of jungle impact. Shockwave initiation right here. Zephyr's going to be locked on. In comes the counter Chronosphere, though. He caught his own teammates, though. This could be dangerous. In comes the Chainsaws. Wrath of the Pharaoh going to be used. Absolute Zero connecting, but Zephyr's going to end up dropping. In the meantime, Dr. Pulsar, he is still alive. Ludicrous speeding around. He's trying to make some things happen. They do pick off Pharaoh, but it's Emerald Warden versus Dr. Pulsar right now. He does have Corrupted Disciple leaving coming in. Chipper and Doctor are the ones up for the Hellborn team, as it's Corrupted and Emerald Warden for the Legion side. So a 3-for-3 exchange right there. No buybacks happening. But they will hold off the tower push in the end. So that was kind of a funky initiation. It may not be over just yet, by the way. As they're looking to go back in. There's a ludicrous speed. They catch up on one of the rockets right in the face, and that's an easy setup kill as a result. So good pickoff in the end, and that definitely puts it in favor of Team NK.
You said that he caught them off guard with the Echo Slam?
Or yeah, I mean the initiation, really.
Okay, so that was kind of like best case scenario for denial, but then I guess they TP'd into Chronosphere, so they couldn't really follow it up. So
yeah, that's why I said it was kind of a funky initiation, because the Chronosphere came out. It was good to maybe stop the TPs, but at the same time it also did catch Doctor and Zephyr in it as well. So it's like it's still on them, but it's not making yourself do the most damage output. But in the end, they do come out on top. So.
Now Doctor has 2.7k gold. He's gonna go with the Hellflower, which I approve of, just because it's one of the highest damage output items he can get, which will give him mana regen, and it'll also give him attack speed, which is really strong. Plus, you don't really need a sheep on Doctor because you have your opposite charges. So if you want to kill someone, you can just Hellflower them and then CC them with opposite charges. You don't really need the extra lockdown.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're just gonna go again. No reason to stop. They got their cooldowns up in 10 seconds, so just keep going. They're really strong right now.
Yeah, I mean, their ultimates, that's really good to note as well. I mean, the cooldown on all their ultimates is not the longest. They don't have a Tempest ultimate, a big Keeper Root or anything like that, so I guess Keeper Root's not really the longest either at later levels. But anyways, the point being that they don't got a Tempest ultimate that I have to really wait for sometimes, so.
Also, He's not 11 yet, so this is a really key time to just fight. If they can keep up the pressure before He gets 11, capitalize on that. It'd be really good for them.
Uh-oh. Support, he's in a bad spot. He's going to be picked off here. once again. So, yet again, it's going to be a 5 versus 4 if they engage in the next 40 seconds.
I mean, it'll be a free tier 1, not the biggest deal. I mean, it maybe a free tier 2, though. It's actually kind of a big deal if they can't get a tower exchange out of it, which looks like they won't be able to because they're not really split pushing that hard right now.
Yeah. We'll see what they can make happen. Yeah, Emerald Warden pushing out the middle lane in the meantime, but will they look to port in and defend this if it calls for it? Very safe for now. You see a lot of spread coming out on both sides.
Where's Beaky? I feel like Denial wants to make a play, but I see like a high risk reward play they could make if they could initiate with Pharaoh on Doctor, then push him back with walls, and then follow it up with a Beaky Shockwave, but like I said, be a very high risk reward.
Yeah, not going to do it. Not worth the risk in the end. So, bottom tower goes down in ease, and Team NK, that overall lead will increase once again. Again, the gold lead hasn't been anything too over the top, though, as far as the overall gold lead. Only 4,000 lead now, even, for Team NK. So, from that perspective, still a very even game on both sides.
Yeah, but the things you have to keep in mind is, like, as the game progresses, these heroes, like, what are they going to do with their farm? In the meanwhile, on the top lane, Emerald Warden getting cut out.
Will this be successful? Emerald Warden got the shrunken head off as she got caught.
exdnL, maybe?
Yeah, no, she's just going to try to run another, but here comes Dr. Repulsor. You ain't running from him. That's going to easily be a kill as a result, so, yeah, could have gone for the TP, but...
Anyways, like as I was saying, heroes like Doctor, Repulsor, and Chipper are going to find lots of pick-offs, and they'll just further their lead, whereas what is an Emerald Warden really going to do with this farm? What is a CD going to do with this farm?
True.
They're not going to be able to further their lead. They can all they can do is really fight and farm, and also Pharaoh kind of went these items that are good for team fighting, not good for finding pickoffs. So they're not really going to be able to do anything with the heroes outside of fighting. So that's Hellborn can really just snowball ahead in this game.
That's true. Yeah, the makeup just speaks that much stronger for Team NK when it comes to it in the end. So I guess you could safely say even exdnL, they're the ones on that clock to an extent. Really needed to get the ball rolling here as far as making some things happen, but a lot easier said than done. Well, that helps. Zephyr gets picked off in the middle lane, so a little bit of something there. Was the Shockwave used? It was.
I think that might have given Panny level 11 though, so that's actually pretty big.
Well, that is going to be on cooldown now for 100 seconds, unfortunately, but
it's
find a fight.
Maybe if NK wants to do a Kongor, that could be the thing. Like, or maybe they want to push base when that's still or push tier 2 when that's on cooldown. I would like to see them capitalize off that being the Beaky being on cooldown. It is like a very needed skill for them to take a fight.
Yeah. You see Torture stacking the camps in the meantime.
And honestly, I think Beaky ult is actually one of the hardest things in the world to play around. I would honestly say this ultimate is stronger than Tempest.
It's so instant, or what?
It's just so much damage. You can't really play around it without the way you play around it is popping an early shrunken head. It's not like someone can just sit out and cancel a Tempest ultimate. And it's just this ability is just so strong, and it's so hard to push base because you just collapse so much when you do it.
To clarify, you still take the superior amount, the initial damage of the Shockwave, even with a shrunken head up, but you wouldn't get stunned, as well as take the extra damage that it can apply. So it just still does some damage, but yeah, if you get the shrunken heads off earlier, then that definitely mitigates quite a bit.
Well, the big thing is, like, say if you catch 3 heroes with a Shockwave and they aren't shrunken headed, that's like 600 damage or so, and then they're gonna take additional damage from follow-up. Whereas if they have a shrunken head up, you're like, okay, cool, they took 300, but then like they're gonna be fine from the rest.
Yeah,
so.
Not a big deal. Yeah, it stops the whole chain of stuns from happening in the end too. So, yeah, exactly. Still very beneficial to get that shrunken head out before that happens. But again, as far as item progression goes, we see more of it. Shrunken head, Hellflower icon on Doctor.
I think NK is going to wait. They have a lot of big items coming up. They have Sharken Head almost on Chronos. They almost have Sheep on Chipper. I don't think Doctor will be getting another item soon. Maybe like an Arcana for a Harkon's Blade, but that'd be a good use of his gold, obviously. And it looks like he'll buy it right now. No, just get a TP.
This item pick up on Zephyr, by the way. Abyssal Skull. Just
it's a good item.
Yeah.
It's one of the. I mean, you're against a lot of physical damage. Abyssal Skull is just one of the best items in the game. 5 armor for 2,000 gold with other added benefits. So.
Yeah, not a poor choice at all. I mean, again, especially when you got a Doctor who's scaling very well. Even a Chronos can Sorry, this has basically been a secondary sports effort, so really, it isn't surprising to see this. And he's still going to stats.
He was pretty much picked for his ultimate.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, he wasn't even really picked.
It
was
random. Yeah.
But he's been utilized for his ultimate.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember that. That was a random in the end. It kind of screwed up the lanes a little bit, I'm sure, than what they were planning. But, hey, it is working. They're in the lead here, and they're in a good spot to possibly take game number 2.
I think Chipper's just going to finish up his sheep stick right now, so it's going to be a really big item pickup for him. However, Hellborn should be careful. Chipper does not have a TP, nor an ultimate, so they should not be getting caught out right now.
I'm a Warden just sitting in an illusion there. Gust is going to miss, so they can't really tell yet.
It looks like a real hero, like he's jukey. Like, yeah, they think it's real.
Wait a second. Something's not right. So able to get the Gust to be used, but in the end, it's going to be fine. Sheepstick on Chipper, by the way. He's got the Acolyte staff coming, so it's always a very big item pick up there. Going to be on him now. Another 2,600 gold on Kronos. Shrunken Head is just around the corner on or excuse me. Wow.
Whoa,
Doctor.
Yeah. Lensmeister and Geos, which I find really strange. I don't feel like it does much here.
Yeah. Hey, we were talking about that earlier. That is a curious pickup, actually. Doctor's kind of getting engaged right here, by the way. Oh, the portal key from him at the last second. But meanwhile, down here, there's another fight going on. Chronosphere coming out. Chipper is caught in it as well, though. Chipper's going to be in a lot of trouble. He will fall down, but the chainsaw's coming down on top of that. Shrunkenhead's going off, though, on the Legion side. Dr. Pulsar dropping. Dr. Pulsar falling. He has a Stroker alive. Going to come back up. Will he be able to make anything with it? Yes, he will. He ludicrous speeds away, but the Fidget trying to lock him down. Meanwhile, Lonia trying to do her best as Zephyr also assisting, but Dr. Pulsar now flying around the Icon buff. Most certainly making big effect right here. Double tap for Haxor. But yeah, the trap once again going to be the end of Dr. Repulsor. The traps from Emerald Warden. Apparently OP.
I don't know. I got to say Haxor really screwed up in that fight. He used a lot of mana unnecessarily on a second life and got caught by a couple stuns that you shouldn't be caught by a torch stun when you're playing Doctor. So I don't know, some screw ups on his end and his team getting caught. So they lose a lot of their lead. They lost a token. They're still in a good spot, but just kind of a really poorly played fight by Hellborn.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you talked about the geometers, man. I agree with you on several fronts. You know, not only does it really not, get you out of what, it's like you said, that root effect, but it's also the illusions are going to die so quickly in these team fights. So, really, I mean, are you getting the maximum benefit? Not a whole lot, but
you are long range, but it's not. I don't think it makes up the difference. And I don't know. I think a Geobane doesn't actually do that much more for you than a Firebrand does if you're not getting any utility out of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You get like 10 more stats for 3,000 gold, I want to say.
Well, basically, if he didn't go Geosbane at this point, he could just about have a full Dawnbringer. And you could argue that obviously that's would have been much more impactful at this point. But
he probably wants lifesteal, and I can see that reasoning. But I would just keep a naked Firebrand at that point then. But whatever. I think a Wingbow would actually be really good on this hero. You already have 25 additional attack range. They'll go up to, what is it, 170? Is it 100 additional on Wingbow?
100 additional, yep.
So 125 additional, his attack range will be like
725 is what it is.
725, yeah.
That's pretty ridiculous. You got artillery's maybe the only one that's like stands out a little more, but
he definitely needs lifesteal though. He needs a lifesteal this game versus the Doctor. I think he needs he'll need a Satanic at some point. So that's like an argument for going the Geobane.
Alonia. Not sure what he was doing there. He's scouting around. Dr. Pulsar going to fly in though. Wants to make some counter kills happen. Doesn't want to go too deep, however. We'll get the pick on a Torturer. He's used a bit of mana. Icon buff coming through. There's a Chronosphere once again. The lockdown on to Pharaoh. Pharaoh's going to end up falling in this, but now Emerald Warden and Crypto Stop going to big shockwave from Behemoth. Dr. Pulsar will fall at the end, and Panty making the big play, setting up for the team to turn things around. Chipper goes down. A double tap for Flensmeister, and they're chasing, continuing. Zephyr, he's going to try to get away. He does have a gust of gunman, but 1 second. Never mind. The silence going to be too strong. Panty has a fissure in 2 seconds. Nice tablet, not going to matter. Hat trick for Flensmeister in the end. And all of a sudden, exdnL, they got control, baby. Dawnbringer on Corrupted, 4,200 on Animal Warden. Big behemoth stun right there. Coming out as well.
I don't know. I think even though NK should be crushing right now, they're just getting outplayed, getting caught out, not using their spells correctly, Denial's playing good. NK's kind of playing a little sloppy right here.
Yeah. Yeah, Doctor's decision to go in as radical as he was right there. I mean, And again, the Chronosphere is just, it is one of those funky, awkward abilities, man. I mean, even though it was good Chronosphere locked on some of the Legion players, it locked on somebody on the Hellbourne team. I forget exactly who it but Alonia is going to fall as well. And now the tower is going to be denied, actually, by Kronos. Will that come at a cost? He's going to be fine as he falls back. But, yeah, we haven't really seen that Wombo combo come together since that initial team fight they took earlier on in this game. So the potential is definitely still there. But,
Also, Doctor's going Sheepstick now, so that means he's going to be lacking a lot of damage he would have had if he went Harkon's Blade.
Yeah.
He could just, if you with Harkons, you can kind of just man up, kill people really fast with the effect, because the item is just very powerful, reducing magic armor, and making your attacks to do with magic armor. Because, I mean, let's look at the Legion heroes. They have two heroes with vestments, or no, they actually have 3.
they all just fly in. The Chronosphere catches Doctor, though, as well. He gets the Sheepstick off there from Chipper. And Corrupted is going to fall. That was just funny. Everyone just flies in. So, I mean, they do pick off Corrupted. He has a buyback,
it's a good
though.
pick. I would actually like to see a buyback force a fight. They have all their cooldowns up. No Chronosphere.
Yeah.
Doctor, no Shrunken Head up. No Chipper ultimate. This would be a really good fight for them right now. I think it's definitely worth the buyback.
If they keep pushing, then I think it is very worth it. We'll see at the secondary tower, though. Maybe not necessarily the better position. So, yeah, they're going to let the secondary fall here, most likely. Yeah,
I mean, Hellbourne's playing smart, though. Doctor's going in.
Yeah, he wants to, but unfortunately, Illusion and the trap kind of keeping him in place, too.
It looks like they're going to take Ancients now, so definitely good. That was good for them. They got a kill. Ancients tower, so that's a pretty decent swing. Though, still, it's like nickel and diming. Is that the phrase? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So they gain a little bit here, and then it's not that much, but, everything adds up.
Yeah. That is a phrase from the 1920s. Yes, Sender.
No, I was trying to think of the Artosis phrase.
Oh, does he say that? I honestly, I couldn't tell you then.
Okay.
That's what he says, but... well, I do get the point, though. So Corrupted decided, well, he's not going to have to spend the money to buy back in the end, which is kind of good news there, in a sense, for exdnL, but... Obviously, him dying there, definitely slowing down that farm. The Assassin Shroud, yep, on the Emerald Warden.
Now, NK, they're really close to a Sheepstick on Doctor. They should try to wait for this before they force anything. This will allow Doctor, a lot more mana regen in the fights, more damage because the large intelligence boost from the Sheepstick. Plus, just he'll be able to lock someone down pretty easily as well.
Middle lane.
That's a BKB pop.
Who? Oh wow.
I think that was 6 to 5 seconds, by the way.
Yeah.
Shrunken Head's really key at this stage of the game for him, because versus a lot of silences, and he's gonna need to replace that soon, to be honest.
Well, do you think that was a mistake, or that was him doing it in case he got jumped? Because I mean, I guess there was really no. I mean, even if Pharaoh would go through that anyway.
The thing is, you're Doctor. You can just ulti away and then
yeah,
TP.
That's true.
If you're scared of dying.
That must have been a misclick then. Yeah.
They should not be taking a fight.
Well, he disagrees. Action once again going to be going in. Catches nice dodge on the Wrath of the Pharaoh. But here comes Behemoth again. They'll lock into the Doctor. In the meantime, big Chronosphere in the background. Locks down 3. Behemoth's going to be locked down. He's going to fall as well. So Torture Behemoth dead. And now it's just 3 versus 5. As the Chainsaw is going to be coming out. Pharaoh taking a lot of it. Barbed Armor's up, though. Corrupted aside with the Conduit in the background. He's chasing down Chipper. We got several fights going on. Everyone is going to go down the absolute 0. Too much damage. They did pick off Dr. Repulsor. But now it's just Corrupted versus the 3. He is dangerous, though. He is very dangerous. I don't know if you want to guarantee fight this man. He is going to get a pick on Alonia, and the rest are going to fall back. So at least Massera holds his ground and ports on out of there. So right as you say, I don't think they want to fight this. Doctor doesn't give 2 shits.
I don't even... I want to say it's an even exchange. Even though Hellbourne got 2 lived, 1 and 1 lived on Legion, they lost their most important hero being Dr. Repulsor, and he's kind of the one that needs to start just snowballing to win them the game. It's not. I don't think Kronos is really going to get to a point where he's going to be doing a lot of damage in these fights. He's still 240 gold per minute. He needs at least another item. Then he'll be kind of a threat.
I mean, yeah, you even look at the damage chart on top of that. He's one of the lowest in the game right now. And yeah, he has not been having that impact carry style Kronos would definitely have by any means. So, but I mean, yeah, Corrupted also just living through that as well is definitely the biggest thing about that fight. Even though the numbers were maybe in favor of Team NK, I still think you could say exdnL won that fight. in terms of just the overall outcome. He has another 3,900 gold saved up here. You talked about I mean, Wingbow is kind of an
I like
interesting
Wingbow on
item.
him, too.
Yeah, I mean, the evasion not great against this Hellborn team, but
No. Look at Doctor. Look at his damage.
yeah,
That's 240. That's still
true.
pretty good.
Okay.
I think double Wingbow. I don't like Conjuro on Warden. I think just if you go Wingbow and then you go Satanic, or what is it called? Symbol of Rage, you're so tanky. You'll be so hard to kill because you have evasion, you'll have like a lot of damage, a lot of attack speed, you'll have high HP, then you'll have the refresh from what is it? What is that? The symbol ability called?
What is it called?
Okay, you'll have the activation, whatever.
Yeah, activate it. Yeah.
The symbol activation, so.
That's it called something. I don't know.
Because when you're playing against Doctor, he's going to catch you at some point. You just have to live through his initial jump and then just symbol up and life gain up. And I'm just not a fan of the Conjuro, but it's still a strong item, but I feel like Satanic would have been better here. Symbolic
Rage is the term. I honestly didn't even know that. It actually has a term to the activation part of it. Symbolic Rage.
Doctor's got his sheep now, so that's really good for him.
Yeah.
He's going to do a lot in these fights. I think he has a lot of percent mana regen now. He's at 425. I don't know how percent mana regen. Does it just stack up, or is it percents upon percents upon percents?
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell me? Okay.
Gotta get Macroheart in here. Math, but
anyways, he has a lot of percent mana regen, which is kind of what you're going for with Dr. Repulsor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just keeping that mana. I mean, what does he charge at? 9 charges. Those have definitely gone down, actually.
Yeah, it's because he's dying a bit, and I think you lose, what is it, 6 charges when you die?
It's up to 6. I want to say it's half, but it's up to 6 or 8.
Oh, right. Okay, that's what it is.
Up to 8 charges, actually, yeah.
Honestly, I could see him selling Icon soon. After he gets his next item, go like Harkon's next and sell Icon for like crit or something. I think that would be good. But obviously that's 10 minutes or 15 minutes away. I don't know if the game's gonna go that long.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, 51 minutes in, and there's still no clear, absolute advantage. Although
yeah, but now
one of those...
now we're at the point where it's like one Conor fight, take a fight, game's over. Like,
exactly. That could be possible. There's the scouting of Kongor, and sure enough, Team NK is doing it. Kind of. Not really. Doctor's hard awaiting. He jumps in, but never mind. He used a lot of mana there. But again, that mana regen kicking in, and that's going to go up. So he's kind of just scaring them off, if anything. But no, they're not going to stay in Kongor, and they end up kind of falling back here.
The thing is, they don't really have, like, you're 50 minutes in, you have a lot of damage, but you don't really have anyone to tank it. I guess Kronos kind of can, but they don't have... Actually, wait, they should be able to do it. They have Abyssal Skull. Like, Kronos should be able to do it.
Yeah. But the question is, do you want to all group up against a Pharaoh, against a Behemoth? I mean, it could be pretty risky, so...
You got a... What is it? Demonic finished on CD, so that's pretty good for him. A lot of armor to the team. They'll be doing more damage because of the, the minus armor, so that's a strong item.
Genjiro obviously finished on Emma Ward. You talking about that earlier. Not a huge fan of it, but still
Sheep
it is an
will
upgrade.
be finished on Keizu now. That's really big. He can just jump anyone,
Wow.
and they're gonna die probably.
Yeah. That is huge, actually.
His individual damage is lacking, but he has a lot of utility. The barb, the push, the sheep. So
yeah, I don't think they need him to do damage. Safe to say, in these fights. And the barbed armor, yeah, that is such a powerful ability against the like Chipper, as you pointed out earlier. So, we're gonna see an initiation. Speaking of Pharaoh, actually jumping on and Kronos right here. The sheep stick comes out. He pops a barbed armor by the nice tablet support. And he is going to be fine in the meantime. So not the most used right there. I mean, Wrath of the Pharaoh, it is a very short cooldown at this time, only 40 seconds. So it's going to be coming back up. Dr. Pulsar flying in, but he's not going to get a catch. Genjuro was used there by Warden. Do they have a bound die? Speaking of that, they do. Zephyr has one.
that could have been a kill if I think Keizu would have should have hooked and then pushed the hero to his team with his walls, but it didn't work out like that, so he lived. But they're going to do Kongor now.
Yeah.
I don't know. This should be contested.
Typhoon's down, but they got everything else. Yeah, they're gonna contest it to the point of, well, they fall back. Enough at least.
Kronos is nearing on the Savage Mace. If he can get that, it'll be really big. Haxorn's taking the farm though. What is he gonna go? Like, I don't really see him getting an item before Kronos would. So I kind of find that a little curious.
Yeah. Well, does Kronos still need the 2 Warhammers, or does he have one?
Well, he needs 2, but. Maybe Hax plans on selling Icon and then getting a big item like Hardcons. I guess he could do that. But,
yeah.
Or maybe he just wanted to farm.
It is hacks. I mean, he just wanted the farm man. It is a tense game. It definitely is. It is an action-packed one still. With that said, I mean, we got 60 hero kills. We're keeping a hero kill per minute of average above, so that's
Can't complain about that.
Yeah, 54 minutes in, not too shabby. Kronos is gonna once again do Congo. You see the Pharaoh Rocket coming in.
I think Insignia should get a bulwark. He has 4,000 gold. Maybe he's going for sheep, but a bulwark would be pretty good for the team, especially against Legion. It's mostly physical at this point. I mean, they do have a fair share of magical, but you have 2 physical carries, so.
Kronos charging in once again, but so this Congo man, he's not sure who to fight here. Both teams are definitely kind of poking at him, so it's just a matter of who's going to actually go through the full engagement. Now we're going to see a fight take place as a result. It's definitely that tense situation around the Congo pit area as we are now 55 minutes into the game. So Congo is going to be 2-minute soul there and then falling back into the pit.
Yeah, NK really shouldn't get a free Conqueror just because it's Pharaoh on Legion, so it'll be decided by a fight, most likely. Or it's just not done at all, but at this point,
there we go. Pharaoh jumps in, catches 2 in the mummy wall. Tabit's out. It's never going to be caught down, but there's a big Chronosphere in the background. It hits 3 heroes. Dr. Bolton just pounding into them. Down goes Pharaoh. They already got the kill to Torture as well. Corrupt inside, though, he's ready to fight now. Aloni is picked up on the backside. Chipper's taking some good damage in the background. Emerald Warden's kiting Dr. Bolton just enough. The silencing shot. Way too strong to handle on top of the trap. He goes down. Does Dr. Repulsor. And now Kronos, he's in trouble. Emerald Warden, just enough kite right there was huge. Buyback on Doctor, as you said, will be enough to scare off the Legion team. Now the Rocket's going to be dodged by Panny at the end.
He
gets away.
He's using his mana.
Yeah, he got him. He snipes him out there.
Oh, man, that was so... Doctor just couldn't finish off Emerald Warden. I don't know if it was... That was so close. If he just got to that kill, they would have been so big. They would have got a free Kongor, easy fight, but in the end, it's a pretty big win for Denial. Forced a buyback. Both your carries lived, so it's good for them.
Yeah, I mean, that 5-second shrunken head is definitely being very noticeable here. It's the 5 seconds of immunity is great, but once that wears off, silencing shot, the traps from Emerald Warden, they are really keeping him from porting around as freely as he would like to.
Honestly, I could see argument for getting a Geos or just refreshing the Shrunken Head, but one or the other I think needs to be done at some point this game.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing at this point. I mean, just getting locked down is obviously the biggest issue right now for Dr. Poster, so I agree. I mean, damage output is definitely... I mean, that was a big Chronosphere with that said. That was a great start for the Hellborn team, but still, again, the end result, both Corrupted and Emerald Warden have managed to live. Conqueror is still alive. A buyback even used on Dr. Pulsar, so again, you could even argue exdnL winning that fight there in the end. So they're going to chase back Team NK from the Conqueror pit, and they actually may go for it right now themselves. Yep. Pharaoh's not here necessarily, but he is coming.
I think Hacks might just go man mode here.
Oh, man, this is going to be crazy. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Typhoon goes down. Conqueror goes down, though. Corrupted Cyber picks it up. Chronosphere hits 3 in the background. Can they make this happen? Tap it out on Corrupted Cyber. The Shrunken Head is up, but he's still in a little bit of trouble. Emerald Warden, in the meantime, caught in the background. She's trying to run away with that Shrunken Head up. There goes the Shrunken Head now despawning on Dr. Repulsor. He's going to be locked down. Shockwave from Behemoth coming in. Dr. Repulsor, absolutely too much damage to handle. He's going to fall. Kronos off to the side, trying to kite away now against this Corrupted Disciple, but exdnL Esports even going to prove to be too strong yet again. Kronos time leaps. Oh, but a nice Fisher block off there from Behemoth. He is going to end up falling, actually. Yeah, the final buyback even on Haxer, and so maybe they're going to try to clean up here. Corrupted Disciple going to be locked down with the sheepstick, but he comes right up, and Dr. Repulsor absolutely melts. Silencing shot, man, just too strong to handle. And Haxer giving the very, very serious positive comments there. Congratulations to exdnL Esports as they not only took the game, but as a result of that, they remain the champions here in the King of the Hill event, even with some ringers, getting the job done, and thus getting a 2-game winning streak. So, going to keep the streak alive. We'll see how far they're able to make it, but a fun game nonetheless. There, Sender, fun series even.
Yeah, pretty chaotic, a lot of kills, fun to watch. Yeah, I don't know, not too much to analyze on in either game. It's just, I guess Denial just got the upper hand in the fights, and some maybe like mistakes, but nothing too big.
Yeah, the Wombo combo was there from Team NK. Again, we saw that early in the game. As the game picked up, that we never really got that. I guess they were kind of putting their abilities together somewhat, but the more farm that obviously the Legion team got, especially Corrupted and Emerald Warden, they were able to tank it a lot more, and that definitely became a big part of it. So. And also the lockdown on Dr. Repulsor, man. You could tell in those later fights. The silencing shot, the traps, I mean, the stuns just in general, especially when he didn't have the shrunken head up for only those 5 seconds that it was up. Too much to handle. So, big win there for exdnL. Again, they remain the champion. So, with that said, before we officially wrap up here, I do